Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to see the wiring diagram of PM Surya Ghar 3 kW solar power plant. Before going to the video, let us try to understand what is meant by this PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. So already you know PM means Prime Minister, Surya means sun, Ghar means home, Muft means free of cost. If you install the solar 3 kW plant, you can get the power freely. Bijli means electricity Yojana. So actually the theme of doing this video is I want to give an clarity how to perform the wiring diagram of a 3 kW solar power plant. You already know that I am a certified solar chartered engineer and I'm currently uh, heading the vendor Bharat Solar Energy, where there is a very good vendor who is installing the quality solar plants. If you need any installation of solar power plants, you can reach out to me. So I would like to give a small review or brief introduction to this scheme. This is nothing but PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, and just you pay 22,000. The solar plant will be installed at your home, where from the day onwards you no need to pay not even 1 rupee from your pocket. And coming to here, and you are going to have an subsidy of 78,000 from the central government. On from state government, if you are from Andhra Pradesh, extra 20,000 subsidy also you may be expected. So coming to the scheme, so the total cost of the Tata Solar, what the vendor is installing, is 2,20,000, and in this just you pay 22,000 as in 10% of the total amount. Then this solar plant will be installed at your home. Okay, and remaining 90%, around 1,98,000, will be given as an loan from any of the banks. From this total amount, you are going to get an subsidy of 78,000. So 1,98,000 minus 78,000, so approximately you are going to have 1,20,000 from your as a remaining amount. So this 1,20,000, if you are paying the EMI for 10 years, which is nothing but 10 into 12, 120 months, if you pay the EMI for 10 years at an cost of EMI of 1782, then your plant will be one. It's a very simple technique to understand, to make you to understand. Just pay 22,000 and avail a solar power plant. Just pay your electricity bill of 1,700. If you are getting an electricity bill of 1,700, pay that electricity bill amount as an EMI amount, and the plant will be your own. So if you want to clear the EMI as soon as early, you can clear it earlier. Okay, so that is also available. So once if you start installing the solar plant, automatically your electricity bill will become zero. So if you start paying it as soon as possible, from that day onwards, you can enjoy this free scheme, which is nothing but Muft Bijli Yojana. Okay. So if you want any help, you can reach out to my number. So I will help you out in the installation and how to select the vendor. Okay. So coming to the wiring diagram. So this is our solar array where we are going to install a 3 kW solar panel. So my installation, or how I am doing as a technical advisor, we are going to install a 600-watt panel of 6 numbers. So we are going to install around 1600-watt power plant, which is nothing but 3.6 kW plant. So which is going to approximately generate 18 units per day. So if you generate 18 units, approximately 500 or 520 units you are going to get from this plant. Okay, so output of the solar plant is a DC supply. You connect to an DC disconnect switch, which is nothing but an high rupture capacity fuse, and one SPD, which is nothing but a surge protection device. So positive is completed and negative is also completed. So you can connect the SPD to negative also, no issue. Okay, and the DC supply is converted into AC supply with the help of the grid tied inverter. This diagram is completely drawn by me only. Okay, so output of the grid tied inverter, you are going to have line as well as neutral. For line and neutral, you can use one SPD or two SPDs, and here you are going to use a disconnect switch, which may be an MCB, or you can use an isolator to isolate line and neutral. After this, you are going to have an relay operated automatic disconnect switch. So the terminals to this relay operated automatic disconnector contract switch is very much important. So the APSPDCL is asking to install this extra add-on unit to the already existing inverter. But actually, in this grid-tied inverter itself, we have anti-islanding mode. Okay, so here itself we have anti-islanding mode, but this is like an extra safety. Okay, so this we have to connect to terminal 1 and terminal 4, and the line output is nothing but L1 and L4. So this L1 and L4 we are going to connect to an isolator, and output of the isolator we are going to connect with the help of a fuse at the output of the meter. So this is nothing but input of the meter, which is nothing but the service main. So the output, which is nothing but the output of the meter, we are going to combine in parallel. Already we have a fuse. I mean, this is nothing but a output of the meter. Through a fuse we are connecting to the load, and the supply has to be connected in parallel. For example, here we are generating more, so if you have a load, that will absorb the load and remaining will be exported to the solar meter. So this is how we have to connect our solar plant in parallel to the existing load. Okay. So here our solar meter or the grid will act as a parallel connection, and load also will act as an parallel connection. Okay. So this is how the original SPDCL is required to connect. Okay. But actually this is what the SPDCL is demanding, and this is generally what the vendors are installing. But there is a small correction. You can shuffle the positions of the isolator. So better you keep the isolator at the last, which will give an best result. So this nothing but I had been modified this wiring diagram, so where this will help the students to understand. So we are having an 3 kilowatt solar power plant. You just use an HRC fuse and an SPD, and you connect to the grid, which is the terminals of positive, negative. Output is line and neutral. You connect to an, here you use an isolator. Okay, so this isolator is used to isolate the line and neutral. After isolator, you use an AC MCB and surge protection device. Automatically, you are going to have line and neutral. So line and neutral. So you directly connect to the output of the meter. Okay, so here how to connect in parallel is already you are having an net meter. So output of the net meter, so you directly connect to L1 terminal as well as L4 terminal. So and the next output of the meter, next output of the contractor, you connect to T1 and T2. So here you are having A1 and A2. This also you have to short. Why? Because this is an contractor terminals. Okay, so the output of T1 and T2 you directly bring it out. So where this will act as an output of the meter. So the output of the meter is available, and from here we are having an fuse, and just you connect the solar at this point at neutral as well as line. So for example, let us understand in the morning our solar plant is generated. So solar is entering. So first it will be consumed by the load, and remaining will directly go to the SPDCL, where I can say that our SPDCL will act as a load, and our home also will act as a load. These two loads are connected in parallel. So whenever your supply goes, okay, so whenever this power is off, automatically the contractor will become open. So no power from the grid tied inverter will be available at the transmission line. Therefore, this is an 100% approved. Okay, so that is how the modified wiring diagram. This is 100% the design requirement, or what actually the APSPD is required. Okay, so hope you are able to understand. So very shortcut, I am saying solar, HRC fuse, SPD, and here you use an isolator. So when you turn off this isolator, nothing will happen. Already this is connected in parallel, so supply will be available and load will be running on. Okay, if any problem is there in the isolator, just turn on this isolator. So after this isolator, you are going to have an MCB, and this MCB is connected to the uh, surge protection device. After, as soon as the output of this MCB, you have to connect to the input terminals of the load. So here you are going to have the load. Okay, so directly the load may consume. Okay, and output of the load after the fuse, we have to connect to the terminal T1 and T2. Okay, which is nothing but connected to the. So this you can see here. Previously we kept it here, but here what is the difference you can see here is, so this isolator we have been shifted, but actually isolator we are going to we are the vendors are going to move the isolator to this point, okay, and they are shifting the position of this one, okay. So nothing else wrong, but this is the safest one. Why? Because if any issue is there at I mean at grid islanding mode or anti islanding mode, or any problem with the normal inverter also, at any cost the supply is not available, the power will not enter into the transmission. This is the best design, and this is also 100% acceptable. So why the contractor is shifted to the initial position is just to save the rating of the contractor. I mean power rating and current rating of the contractor, where the cost will decrease. So this is the exact wiring diagram of an net meter of an 3 kilowatt solar power plant. So why? What is the intention of me to explain this video is you should be very clear. If for example you want to work like an as an inspection, or if you want to do some jobs, or if you want to act as an vendor, so you should have this clarity, then you can have your explore your knowledge, and you can test whether this is available in the plant or not. So thank you for your time. And here coming to the earthing, up to here we'll do DC earthing, and up to here complete. This complete we will perform AC earthing, and we have an lightning arrestor. So this lightning arrestor will perform lightning arrestor earthing. So this is nothing but grounding one, I mean, earthing 2, and this is nothing but grounding 3. So three types of earthing are more required to safeguard the complete equipment. Okay. So in DC earthing will earthen the solar array, SPD box, and the inverter. So the AC inverter earthing and the complete structure earthing of I mean contractor, and the load and the solar meter, everything you have to do the DC earthing, and lightning arrestor separately. All this earthing you have to maintain a distance of 3 meters apart, and you have to maintain the resistance of the complete as 5 ohm. Okay, so this is all about the earthing. Hope you got a clarity about what is this PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, and how much you can save from your pocket. So just very simple technique. Just pay 22,000 and avail this PM Surya Ghar and install on your home, and just enjoy free of power for 25 years. So thank you for your time. If you feel my video is useful to you, please like the video and share the video with your friends. And if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. And if you want new installation, you can reach out me at 9490 132 405, where I will help you in installing all these plants of your own, and how to select an vendor, and how you should be very cautious with which components the vendor is installing. So thank you for your time. We'll meet in another beautiful video.